Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Black Strat Time Report. We're going to try and finish off a little September SmackDown. Let's take a look here. We got the SPY, inside day to the downside measured mover. So what you see here is you got your gap down off the inside day, right? Then the consolidation day, and then the down sideways measured move. We're still looking to take this out, so these can become an outside bar of all that. Still inside on the week, but a little precarious here coming into the afternoon. So this is what that looks like, and so you can see this big down move here, chop shop, boom, take them right back down. And so what you're going to see here is a lot of charts going to look similar. When you have a futures drop like this, everything gets caught up in the futures. So a lot of things are going to look really similar. So if we go to QQQ here, we've been watching this one for a while, right? And trying to get out of here. Q's, no inside day. Still takes out last week's lows. That's good. And that tells us we can look at SMH. Right, SMH still inside on the day, so we'll see if we can get anything more out of that with XLK here coming down as we can expect, because you have Apple inside day to the downside with Microsoft outside, and we'll get to those in just a second because it's slim pickings on the upside. If we go to the diamonds, you're going to see this, the inside day to the downside after the RevStrat day, real clean. Now let's see if we can get an outside weaker here on the pounding, right? Inside bar, pokes up, RevStrat, boom, down, inside day, boom. So that inside day was important yesterday because that was a rest where we saw something a little different than we're seeing today. So what we saw during yesterday was taking a defensive posture where they were coming into the XLP. Remember yesterday? Coming into the XLP and they were coming into the XLU, right? What a difference a day makes. Now you got every sector coming down, right? So that's where you get your SmackDown. So one of the things I love when there's a SmackDown going on is going to something that's going up that we discussed here. EA. Look at that. And there's your 2-2 reversal on the weekly. 2 down, 2 up. Still good. And these became an outside bar of those, right? No lower low on the daily. Really nice and clean EA. The other ones, not as fortunate, but still up TTWO and ATVI. Here, still an inside day. So EA, their winner over there. If we go to AVIR, here you go. This is what we look for. Slight higher high, then puke. Slight lower low, hammer, and boom, back through the previous range, and off she goes. Right now, getting caught up in a bit of the future sell-off, but still handily positive on the day. And what you're going to see here, too, in the SPY and everything, like I said, a lot of things are going to look just like the futures. Inside 15, trying to do another sell-off on the SPY. Down, inside, and whenever we start that new 60, like I said, we're going after these guys here. This in here would be 428.685 to take that out. So we're getting closer to that. If we go to Splunk, and Splunk coming in a bit like, but trying to take that 30 down. But you can see that's still a T2 reversal day to the upside if things start to firm up. If we go to ALNY. And ALNY, here's your broadening formation. Here's your 2, 1, 2 inside day reversal coming back up through. So ALNY not succumbing to all these things. If we go to, let me see, I'll write this one down here. SGen. SGen still taking out yesterday's high, still an inside week, all right, and we're trying to see how we finish off the months, all right. So right now coming in off the 30 with a lot of things. SPY goes down but comes right back up off that thing, and so here, if you're looking at this here, this is exhaustion, just going into this. It did what it was supposed to do. Take this out. There's your magnitude, but now trying to firm up just a tad. If we go to crude. And crude had a nice blaster up coming up here, trying to go outside day up into here. So it's crude hanging around because it's natty gas day on the Thursday, and natty comes up a bit here too. Now inside on the 30, taking out yesterday's highs. If we go to Conoco not doing much, but you can see not getting the damage that the rest of the market's getting just yet. So we'll see if anything firms up and comes back up. If we go to gold. And gold on a 2-2-day reversal coming back up here, right? And see if we can go here and take this out, because that's inside on the 30. That pokes down. This would be RevStrat 30 back up above here, 164.57. All right, so we'll see if that gets like Jay Nugger and all them guys here, slightly up there, just came in a little bit. We'll see. If we go to Tesla, and Tesla's triple inside day. So this could make for an interesting Friday in Tesla. How are you going to get out of here, and how are you going to start off the new quarter and start off the new month? Market's starting to recover here just a bit, but the XRT was the one that really got them going start early. And this thing really getting rocked here. You can see this, the higher high, the inside day, and boom, back through previous range to give you the outside week smackdown and a late break of the inside month. Down, that got going by Bloodbath. Bloodbath trying to recover now with a big gap down in Bloodbath, but retail across the board was really getting smacked right out the chute. KSS here also had a gap down and now dropping back towards the lows. TJ Maxx inside day to the downside back through the previous range to give you the outside week to trigger the 2 up 2 down month. TJ Maxx still in trouble. You go to DDS here, and DDS, 2 week, 2 up, 2 down, boom, and that sets up potential, the compound 3 in the month. If we're going to go out here, back through that previous range was nice. You can see this here, the inside 30. If you go to Ulta, and Ulta outside weaker, and you see with the retail just getting clobbered here. And once again, what we look for here, the 2 down, the 2 up, and then boom, 2-2 reversal back through previous range to smack her down. If we go to Ross Stores, in Ross Stores, once again, 2 down, 2 up, boom, back through previous range, smack down. So we'll see if there's any 15ers in here. A little inside 15 there, inside 15 there, and here, outside bar to the downside. So you can see a couple things there. And Ollie, but you can see this is pretty broad based here. Ollie, the 2 up, the 2 down, back to the previous smackdown, taking out last week's lows. Still puking, taking out last month's lows. We'll see if anything more comes of that. Home Depot. And Home Depot, inside day to the downside, going for an outside week. All right, chopping them up on the month here. Now trying to stabilize a little bit. So a lot of things, we're going to look for inside 30s and 60s. All these things would have to rebuild again, right, after getting the future smackdown. SPY is green on the 60, though, trying to come back up. But with most things below yesterday's lows, we really prefer to see that roll over later. If you go to Best Buy, inside day to the downside, still has some more room on this kind of stuff down in here. Let's go to 60. Here, tried to take an inside 60 down, doesn't fall apart. Just finishing off the RevStrat month. Inside, pokes up, boom, down, setting up the shooter week, but we got a day left in that. If we go to Domino's Pizza, and Domino's Pizza just been walking down this inside month and down, 2-1-2 monther, and just giving it up. And whenever you see a 3 like this, right, we know that's a broadening formation, so looking to maybe come down and take that out. If we go to Macy's, and Macy's, inside day to the downside back through previous range. It was having a nice little week, but that's why you want Pivot Machine Gun coming back through the previous range. Anybody long this thing is long against that. Boom. We'll see if there's any more to it come the afternoon. If we go to CarMax, CarMax gaps down, now trying to stabilize a little bit, but always coming back through that previous range, something we want to know about. And especially at a lot of these things, we want to see how they set up the month. If we go to Children's Place, and Children's Place here, inside bar, pokes up, RevStrat day, boom, back through previous range, down she goes. And if that works, you might get the 2 down, the 2 up, the 2 down weaker that takes that shooter down on the monthly. 2 up, 2 back down, inside on the 60, and down she goes. Let's take a look back at that SPY and Qs real quick. So you can see they're trying to firm up here just a little bit on that 60, right? QQQ, and that's why we're minding the 60. Now, the question is, can Qs get back into this broadening formation? right? They're trying, but we'll see if we can get the next hour, how these things close out, and then what happens coming into the afternoon. If we go to Big Mo, ow, Big Mo getting pounded outside Munther, and that was just having a real rough morning here. And we'll see here. Facebook, did you take this out? All right, let's see if we got any 15ers. It might have been pretty quick here. And there you go. Inside in the 15, right? The outside 15, the 3-2-2. Bam! And we saw the 3-2-2 also in Marriott. Good, good week to teach the 3-2-2. Outside bar, 2, boom. These two became an outside bar of that and kept going. So if we go to Overstock, so we like the Overstock when it broke that month, right? Here, 322 month over 75.51. Then what happened? RevStrat day. Is that something I'd want to know about? You bet it is. Inside day, pokes up, boom. RevStrat takes all these guys out in one shot. So the good thing is you could dump and reverse on that, make more than this thing actually moved. Now trying to firm up with the market just a little bit. If we go to CCXI, nice run, but inside day, 212, boom, back to the downside, nice smackdown there. If we go to Oracle, and Oracle was inside weak to the upside, but inside day, 212, back to previous range, smackdown style, and if you go right here, just missed on an inside bar. Oh, well, so you had to be a little quicker on that one. If we go to Apple, Apple not totally getting cremated, but it is inside day to the downside. A bunch of outside monthers to keep an eye on. If we go to, how about Amazon? Amazon inside day to the downside. Watching Facebook here, just poking down on that inside day. So once again, a lot of things are going to look like the futures here going into the afternoon. As we stabilize a little bit, we might get a little bit breaking back and forth, but like I said, you're going to have a tough time getting any of these days to go green, right? We still have some targets down here to look at. Now you have an inside-outside 15er in SPY to keep an eye on. So XRT leading the charts to the downside. Crude trying to go to the highs. If we do stabilize, maybe that Conoco, but for the most part, we're two downs and pretty much everything. So that's going to do it. So, all right, I'm Rob Smith. This is Smith & Black Strat Time Report.